podcast. I will be doing the heavy punch promotions where it's space where I interview fighters, coaches, etc. Um, but yeah, I'm glad I started this series again because I can have a topic, I can break it down, talk about it at length as much as I want to, in detail as much as I want to. And today, Moneykicks. I'm gonna talk about Moneykicks. Out of nowhere, he'll be fighting on the Anthony Joshua versus Alexander Usyk 2 event in Saudi. Hope I pronounced his name right. Pretty hard word for me to pronounce. Usyk. If I'm fucked it up, let me know in the comments. But anyways, yeah, Moneykicks. He's gonna be fighting on the undercard. On IG this past week, he was doing hints. He was in the boxing gym, and I thought Social Knockout 3 was going to, come back. Um, and I will talk about the status of Social Knockout 3 before Moneykicks. For people who don't know, Daniel Canahan, I believe that's his name, who was the Ireland drug kingpin or even drug overlord, depending on who you ask. He made MTK global. They manage boxers, MMA fighters, UFC fighters, etc. At the Coca-Cola Arena over in Saudi, they put on events, their own events. So pretty powerful company. Well, when the U.S. government said, "Hey, this Daniel guy, enough. We want a warrant for him, a bounty for him," and they froze all his accounts. So MTK could not pay any fighters, could not pay nobody, and with Daniel Canahan being basically banned from the U.S., that's why Tyson Fury and Tommy Fury cannot come to the U.S. because of the ties to him and MTK. I say all that because Moneykicks famously was only going to fight on his own event, which was Social Knockout, which was financially funded by MTK. Even there, the gym at Tamcon Gym, MTK was heavily involved in that gym as well. Um, so I was like, well, Moneykicks family is literally a billionaire, the ninth richest family. No, excuse me, the ninth wealthiest family in the U.S. Surely he be able to have his own event. And then I forgot the thing about rich and wealthy people. It's better to use other people's money than your own. So MTK, they was let's be real. MTK, Daniel, his whole crew, they was drug kingpins and they was using, you know, the fight game to kind of use that dirty money. It's illegal money. And, it is what it is. They're not the first ones because there was a time when the mob controlled boxing. A lot of you youngsters don't know that, but do some research. The mob used to run boxing. They used to have fixed fights and etc. So, criminals and boxing go hand in hand. But again, the reason I bring that up is because, well, since Daniel and MTK is out of commission, me and others wondered, well, is going to be a social knockout 3. When Adam Sala was scheduled to fight on Boxstar, he was going to fight that retired soccer player, and then he was going to fight Leonard Brown on Social Knockout. That was a red flag. Like, okay, Social Knockout isn't coming back because Adam was literally one of the poster boys. That's why they didn't have him lose against Wallace Sharks. When Slim was going to fight on Kingpin, another red flag. Slim was another one of the poster boys, and I'm like, okay. Those two are gone. But then I'm like, okay, this is my kick. He can get who he wants to be on the event. And so I thought Switch Mark 3 was gonna come back. And then when he announced that he's gonna fight on the Joshua versus Usyk 2 card, that just tripped me out. Cause this is a matchroom boxing. It won't be on the zone, for people who don't know. It won't be on the zone, it'll be on Sky Sports. So this being on Sky Sports mean won't be no funny business, won't be no shady shit, won't be no rigging. It's gonna be on Sky Sports, a matchroom, event, and it's literally, and maybe this is the biggest heavyweight fight of the whole year. Tyson versus Daniel White might have been the biggest British fight ever. People in the US didn't care. We didn't care about Daniel White because we know he wasn't that good. I don't think he's that good. I think he's out top 10. He's at the bottom. So doing him in their Cesaro. That's just my opinion. But this is the biggest heavyweight fight of the whole year, and money kisses on it. So then that answered a lot of questions. Three poster boys, social knockout is gone. Money kicks, Slim, Adam Sala, all gone. And Jarvis tried to make the fight with Money Kicks, and he flat out told you Money Kicks is going to fight on his own event because it's his backyard, his people, and shady shit that happened with Social Knockout. Let's just keep it 100. The first event, Adam Sala versus Sharks, was a quote unquote draw. Even though it was 3 rounds and nobody got dropped. So I don't know how the fuck that happened. But again, we're in poster boys. And let me say this: Money Kicks fighting on this card impresses me because out of everybody of this year, not iDubbbz versus Dr. Mike, not Deji versus Al Wasabi, not even Gibb versus Austin Broom. The first YouTube boxer to have a pro fight this year is Money Kicks. And it's not he fights 1 week before KSI versus Al Wasabi. So Money Kicks is gonna be the first YouTuber to have a pro boxing fight this year. And he's also gonna beat Jake Paul. Jake Paul was scheduled to fight a quote unquote real fighter, a boxer. Well, we saw what happened to that. That got canceled. So that Money Kicks is gonna be the first YouTuber to actually beat a pro boxer. His opponent, before anybody, bring it up, his opponent's 0-3. And of those 3 fights, he's been stopped twice. And some people say, oh, it's an easy win. Go back and watch Money Kicks 2 previous fight. He isn't that good. Let's just keep it 100. He's not that good. And that's what I was going to bring up with the shady shit that happened in Social Knockout. His first fight was against Anus. I know that's not his real name, but that's what I call him. Because his opponent's ass of boxing. He beat him, whatever. The second fight, I don't know who the hell the dude's name is, but it was clearly rigged. Like when the kids punched him, the dude just fell on the ground, and the referee immediately did the wave off. He didn't even do the 10 count, and Monkeys just stayed standing over top of him, and they had the baby running, take pictures, pose like a fanboy and shit. But again, shady shit happens with Money Kicks and Social Knockout. That's why I got a bad rap, and deserve it so. I famously have put Adam Sala and Money Kicks in the fraud tier. Some people have different tier lists. They're in the fraud. When Adam was supposed to fight Lemon Broom, okay, Adam, impress me. Then the fight got pushed back. With Money Kicks and this guy, all right. Want me to quit calling you fraud? Want people to quit saying you rig fights? You find that pro boxer on a event, and this is what's key. This event is a Eddie Hearn Matchroom Boxing Sky Sports event. Money Kicks and his family has no financial in the event. However, that event is literally in Money Kicks' backyard. It's in Saudi. So a lot of people are saying, oh, Money Kicks, his dad paid for him to get on. He did this. Guys, that family is the 9th wealthiest family in the whole world. They don't have to pay no money. They make a phone call. They know who to call, and boom. So I don't think, trust me, I don't think they call. I think they're literally in the backyard. So they make a few phone calls, and boom, Money Kicks got the fight. And once again, I see some people in here. If this is a solo podcast, if you join the middle or towards the end, this whole episode will be uploaded on my YouTube channel. So today, I'm going to talk about the Money Kicks being on the Joshua versus Usyk 2 fight. Um, but yeah, money kicks. This is a way for him to shut people up and to prove that he's quote unquote legit. Again, his opponent is 0-2 with 2 losses. But here's the thing: he ain't having his first ever pro boxing debut. He's supposed to fight people like that. He just is. I know a lot of you guys are YouTube boxing fans. You don't really know, but we clown the people who Tommy Fury has fought, or even look to the first 2 people who Liddell Riley fought. When you make your pro debut, you fight easy fighters. You just do. It is what it is. So Money Kid's fighting this guy who's on 3. That's different from a Jake Paul who's saying, "Oh, I'll be world champion. I could be Canelo." Then you have people like, all right, fights in tougher competition. Money Kicks, he just had 2 fights, period. And one of them, allegedly, some shit. I said it did, but whatever. So I don't mind his opponent. Um, so I don't think, let me put it this way. I really don't think his opponent's going to rig or take a dive. I really don't think so. Because again, this is a Money Kicks event. His family has no ties or no investment in this. Social Knockout was investment from Money Kicks. With that said, his opponent, and I believe his opponent is Middle Eastern as well. I could be wrong. Um, he knows better than to knock out Money Kicks. Like, let's be 100% real. Um, Maybe with the liver shots, shots of body, he knows better. Because if he doesn't the unthinkable and does Nate Robinson or Tyron Woodley to Money Kicks, he ain't making it out of Dubai. Even if he lives there, shit will go down. So one thing, those beginners, they don't like to be embarrassed. And with that said, do I think he'll go 100%? No. If he's better than Money Kicks, and we'll know within the first 2 rounds. We don't know how many rounds it is, but we'll know. So if he's better than Money Kicks, if it's a 4-round fight, he'll do his best to stretch it to 4 rounds. But yeah, there's no way that he's gonna knock out Money Kicks. No fucking way. And even from him, that'd be a bad long-term investment from him. Let's just say he knocks him out and nothing happens. You won't be in good graces with those people. You won't have a good relationship and connection with that wealthy family. So again, I'm not going to say that he's going to take a dive or anything like that, but I do not believe his opponent is going to be 100% full effort. It won't be a smart. It won't look like Anthony Taylor versus Melo Yellow, that fight from Showstar. It won't look like a sparring. I know Moneykicks is going to try his best. He's going to have 100% effort. His opponent, we'll see. Even his opponent is trash. All right, Moneykicks is trash as well. From what we have seen. Now, we haven't seen him fought since October, I believe, 2021. So, hey, maybe Moneykicks just got better. But yeah, it's just funny how so many fights was rumored to be pro fights. I remember when Showstar, when Deji and Outside was supposed to be pro fights. That didn't happen. Dr. Mike versus Ido was going to be pro fight. Didn't happen. Gear versus Austin Bruin was going to be pro fight. That event clearly didn't happen. And Jake was going to fight a pro boxer. Didn't happen. But Money Kicks, of all people, is going to have a pro fight, and he's going to fight a pro boxer. He really came out of nowhere. No one was expecting it. Um, but my take is, I think this shows that Social Knockout is done. I really believe so. Because Slim, Adam, and Money Kicks, all poster boys of Social Knockout. Literally, look at the poster. Social Knockout 1, Social Knockout 2. Who's on there? Slim, Adam, and Money Kicks. I literally call them poster boys for a reason. All 3 of them was scheduled to fight outside their promotion. So I think Social Knockout is dead. Um, it was good, it was what it was. that gave Slim some fights, some interesting fights. Brad Batch he fought, Moneykicks he fought, but again, yeah, that dark cloud, that stigma of that stink, just couldn't get away with it. Rig fights, judges giving draws when it wasn't supposed to. But with this, Mike can have a clean slate. If he goes in there, wins convincingly, do I think he'll knock the guy out? No, I do not. Hell no. I think he'll win all rounds. And if he go in there legit and wins, I say, you know what, man? We did in the past was shady, but this is legit. I give you credit. And so with that, it's funny. This event will be before you know it. It's the 20th. It's already the second, so 18 days away. Joshua versus Usyk 2 in Saudi. It's funny because I'll be at work when that happens, and with the time zone, I think I'm up getting ready by the time Money Kicks fight, so I probably won't be able to watch it live. But I will get the results and all that. My prediction: I don't know who the opponent is. I know there's a graphic with the opponent. I don't know who he is. I don't think any of you guys know who he is. But I'm gonna go with Money Kicks. I said Money Kicks via judges. Kind of with Jake Paul. Put it this way: if Jake Paul has a great team behind him, of picking the right people, and match what Money Kicks' team and family's doing, picking the right opponent. So I already think that Money Kicks will win via the judges. I think it'll be unanimous decision. And now the big question is what happens afterwards. Jarvis went on IG story and said, "What about me, Money Kicks?" People who don't know, Jarvis has been chasing this Money Kicks fight for a long time. I went on IG and Twitter. I told Jarvis, move on. This fight is not happening. Even after Jarvis said, "Oh, let's do it for charity. Let's do it for this, do it forever." And Money Kicks gave excuse to why he didn't want to fight outside Dubai, well, on one fight on his event, and etc. I said, Jarvis, move on. And Jarvis didn't because he know that's a big fight. But you know what? It shows that Money Kicks moved on. And boom, now he's fighting a pro guy. So what happened? Of course, everybody's gonna say, "Oh, Jarvis versus Money Kicks, Jarvis versus Money Kicks." Guys, Money Kicks is not going to leave Dubai, and here's the main reason: Tyson Fury and Tommy Fury is banned from the U.S. Why? Because their ties to Daniel Kinahan. Go look at Money Kicks. There's histories with Money Kicks and Daniel Kinahan and all the MTK crew. So my kids can come to America. That's something that nobody's talking about because people was unsure Tommy Fury was allowed to come to the U.S. But my kid cannot come to the U.S. with his connection. And then Canahan, hope I pronounce his name right. If not, I don't really care. The dude, he's gonna be in prison anyway. He's in Dubai. He's banned from Ireland. He's banned from London. He's banned from the U.S. He is in Dubai. Um, I think Tommy Fury and Tyler Fury they can't come over because the U.S. government is going to question them like, "Yo, where's this guy at?" I guarantee you, Mike Kiss knows exactly where he's at because Mike Kiss his family runs Dubai, and again, Mike Kiss and Daniel were literally in business together. So that's something else that people aren't going to bring up. But Mike Kiss is going to be banned from the U.S. He just hasn't went to the airport to fly here yet. Um, in London, I just don't see it. Unless Matchroom and AV Herm see something in Money Kiss, like say, hey, maybe you can fight again. Maybe. But I don't think Jarvis for Money Kiss is going to happen. I think Money Kiss has moved on. I think time for Jarvis has moved on. Um, now bring to my next part about Jarvis and his brother Frazier. On one of my previous podcasts, I mentioned without the face clean machine behind him, it's going to hurt Jarvis. It just is. And this point, kind of, make case for it. Because Jarvis was fishing for a Moneykicks fight. The Moneykicks fight is gonna happen. So now Jarvis is right back to square one. What the hell is Jarvis gonna do? Is he gonna run and chase after the Moneykicks fight, which isn't gonna happen, especially since Moneykicks has turned pro? I said earlier this year, I said, man, Jarvis gonna miss the machine. Right now, think about this. Think about this, guys. Face Sensei, Face Temper is on Misfits Boxing. They get, they are getting promoted heavily. I mean, the thing with that, they're getting promoted heavily, and so because they got the Face Clan machine behind them, for Jarvis, he's literally on his own. He doesn't have the same following. Yeah, he doesn't have the same buzz. So now he's like, if he was still with Face, I guarantee you, even if they wasn't able to get Jarvis versus Moneykicks, they would have gave Jarvis a fight on the Misfits card. Why? Jarvis is literally from London. He literally Face Sensei's from the US, Temper's from Brazil, but they Face Clan member. Jarvis would have been perfect on that card. On the KSI versus Azasabi. He's from London. You only had three Face Clan members. It been Misfits. It's the Heavy Punch promotion takeover. We have 5 fighters on there. But you had three Face Clan members, man, that like it was right there. So him without having Face Clan is really hurt him. Bring his brother, Fraser K, to be Face K. He wanted to fight King Candy. That fight fell through. He's supposed to fight Gideon. I don't know if that fight's gonna happen. His name, ever since the crypto scam shit, his name has really been drafted in the mud. Not as bad as other people. Not as bad, but he got kicked out of Face Clan, so it was pretty bad. Um, but yeah, the same thing with him, man. Like he easily could have been on this card as well if he didn't get kicked out of Face Clan. But hey, it's gonna be interesting, guys. I know this summer has sucked with Social Glove being canceled last minute. Japers, I've seen Ramen Jr. being canceled last minute. This YouTube Boston summer has just been underwhelming. It sucked. But they have Moneykicks make his pro debut. And some people won't be that interested, and I understand, because I don't know who his opponent is. But that fight is important for multiple reasons. Number one, maybe there's hope him versus Jarvis. Number two, again, if he looks decent, maybe he'll stick around, do some more side shows, whatever. And again, he's fine a pro boxer. He beat Jake Paul to the punch. He's literally gonna be the first YouTube boxer to fight a pro boxer. So again, guys, I'm going ahead and wrap this up. Again, this is my solo podcast. For those you don't know, I do run the Heavy Punch Promotion Tour Space. That's why I interview fighters, I interview coaches, other promoters, etc., etc. So with this, I like this. I can have a topic, break it down, and just give my 2 cents. Even something like this, some people may not care about the Moneykicks thing. I do. I think it's interesting. And it's interesting enough for me to talk about for at least 10, 15 minutes. Um, you know, I talk about the history of Moneykicks. The MTK connection. The reason why Social Knockout isn't a thing no more. He has to fight on LP's promotions, but he won't fight outside Dubai. He won't do that. So that's interesting as well. And again, it's just gonna create buzz. It is what it is. Every time these I am waiting for like boxing scene and other stuff like that to talk about Moneykicks because for me, that's when it really happens. In case have a whole bunch of negative comments, which free country, free world. Say what you want. That's when it gets real. And credit to Moneykicks, dudes. You know, he was literally, I was like, born with diamond encrusted Pampers. The dude had never had a quote unquote bad day. He probably never heard the word no in his life. But with that said, since Social Knockout, he has constantly been in the gym. So his previous two fights, he wasn't any good. No, really is after two fights and less than a year of complete training. But since October, he has constantly been in the gym. So I think that's one thing we all want these guys to do is take it seriously. He's taking it seriously. How serious is he going there and spars with killers who's really trying to make him better? Do they want to give Moneykicks a black eye? We'll see because he's going to the next step. But respect to him, he does not need to be doing this. Um, Literally, I mean, talking about KSI, Logan, Jake, they have money. Austin Brew has money. iDubbbz. This dude is money. So, credit to him on that. But with that said, I'm going to wrap this podcast up. Again, follow me on IG, Twitter, YouTube, etc. Fight Lounge. And of course, keep an eye out for the Happy Punch. Misfits is headlined by KSI versus Al Wasabi. May not say it is a Happy Punch motion takeover. 5 of our fighters is on the card, hoping to go 5-0, which I think is going to happen. But we'll see. August is going to be a fun month of fights. There's some great boxing, some great UFC cards in the work. And of course, we got KSI versus Wasabi. And knock on wood, I don't know if you guys heard that. Knock on wood, no more BS, no more bullshit happens with KSI versus Wasabi. Right now, KSI and Wasabi is a little bit of a weight difference. I think Wasabi was to fight at 175. KSI's manager was to fight at 180. But again, that's 5 pounds apart. It's not like Jake and I seen weight difference. But that is one issue. And another thing, injuries happen. All these guys are sparring. We are in a pandemic. They could get COVID or even worse, monkeypox. That's a real thing. So, but hopefully, Mr. Trump with so much bad luck, hopefully none of that happens. Um, but with that said, later on this week, I have much promotion Twitter. I'm gonna get back on, have some interviews, and hopefully we get a lot of good news, man. This Moneykicks was good news. We have too many bad news coming to boxing, man. Fights getting canceled. Ryan Taylor, slim bullshit, bad news. DDG, that fight being called out. Social Gloves being called out. Okay, first I've seen. We had way too many bad news, man. We need some good news. So hopefully the Moneykicks is the first of many good news to happen. Um, but yeah, with that said, I'm going to wrap this up. Thanks for everybody for taking time out to listen to this. If you follow me or anything, we appreciate it. Yeah, see you guys next time. Peace out.